Welcome back, everybody. This is the Pick and Roll live stream right here on the Board YouTube channel, part of the Hammer Betting Network, and we're live after yesterday's 1-1 day. But we had was it 7 straight winning days prior to that, so we have the split day yesterday. But it's been a great run for the show, nonetheless, and it has been a great month of March, and it's been a good season overall. Very firmly in the profit and looking to keep that going with 2 free picks on the way today. So please ensure, if you are tailing the picks and you enjoy what you see from today's show, you do hit the like button. Makes a difference in supporting the content. And also, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you know exactly when we're going live. Double header today on the show, so let's keep it going. All right, let's get into the picks that we have for today. First of all, we're going to be going to Caesars for a player prop. Then we're going to be going to BetMGM for an SGP. Just give me 1 second here to confirm that all of the lines are available to play. And yes, we're ready to go here. Let's get started. So our first one is in the Hawks and Suns game. It involves Bogdanovic for an over on points at 16.5, minus 117 odds currently available at Caesars. But if you don't have access there for whatever reason, you could play it on DraftKings at minus 120 odds or Bet365 at the same price. For our second play, we're going to the Jazz and Mavericks game. Going to an SGP here. 3 legs on this one for minus 110 odds. Luka Doncic over 8.5 assists. Lauri Markkanen 18+ points and 4+ rebounds. Again, those are the 2 plays for today. Let's hand it over to Pips. Let's see the handicap. We've gone with Bogdanovic a little bit recently. Why are we going back to him here against the Suns?
He has a good correlation with 3-point shooting. So against teams that allow a lot of 3 points, he has great success. And since the All-Star break, Phoenix Suns allows by far the most threes in the entire league. Hawks are down Trae Young, Sadiq Bey, Jalen Johnson. Who else will score? Like Suns defending single coverage mostly. They defend. They have poor defense, and with Bogdan being in a situation where he needs to take a lot of shots because well, Garrison Matthews and Crazy won't be the guys to shoot for this team. Capella probably fighting down with Nurkic, so it will be DeJounte Murray, Hunter, and Bogdanovic, the ones that need to score like 80 points in this game, and I feel Bogdanovic can clear this easily. Last time he played against them like 6 weeks ago, 23 points against the Suns. It was a game with, I think, Trae Young was also playing. So, yeah, I just think this situation need to be huge usage for Bogdan, and the matchup is great. So, both works. Suns are on back to back, so Hawks could stay in the game for some time. So, yeah, makes sense.
All right, so there we go for Bogdanovic on the first play. Let's move to our second play. This is the Luka Doncic and Lauri Markkanen SGP. What do you see matchup-wise for this one? We had the big SGP success earlier in the week with the Mavericks, but toning it down here.
Also success against the Jazz. Assist, always successful against the Jazz. So I'm going with this. Luka has been lately dishing out a lot of assists because he's holding the ball a lot of time. When the double comes, he'll find the players to assist. If you take a look at the Luka Doncic over the last, I think, 11 games, we can see that he's over this line in 10 out of the 11 average. Actually, like 10 plus in 9 out of the 11, but over this line in 10 out of the 11, average 11.4. Even though some of these matchups were not good for the assists, like Golden State Warriors, like Indiana Pacers, Boston Celtics, Cleveland Cavaliers, those matchups are below average, and he is now going against the best matchup in the league for the guard assists. They allowed the most in the league. He played them twice this season, had 14 and 11 assists. In a game, he had 11 assists. The Mavericks shot 39% from the field. He still got to the 11. So, yeah, I like this look to go combined with Lauri Markkanen. Lauri Markkanen came back from the injury last game, 31 minutes, 22 points, and 12 rebounds against the Minnesota Timberwolves. It was one of the lowest paced games of the season. The pace in that game was 89, I think, which is one of the insanely poor pace. Like that's like usual. Like I think the league average is like 99. This was 89, and he still covered easily rebounds, easily covered points. Now gets the one of the best matchups in the league since the All Star break. Uh, Dallas have fourth worst defense and playing at the sixth highest pace. When you look at the graphics, Lauri Markkanen been playing 25, 38 minutes, so excluding all the outliers under 25 minutes and outliers over 38 minutes, some overtimes and everything, we can see that he's clearing this line in 84% of this game. And when he got the points over 18 points, he the 92% of the games he also gets the rebounds. So I am using this as well. So these two combined should have a great chance of hitting because Lauri Markkanen is the number one guy in the league when it comes to catch and shoot, field goal made, points made, and since the All-Star break, Dallas allows the most catch and shoot. Also, actually, second most because Suns are the number one, but second most, and their defense didn't look well at all. They played the close. Yeah, last night. We'll talk about it later, but just played like a decent game against the Thunders. Now they are going to play against and without Lauri Markkanen. Now Lauri Markkanen is back and they're playing Dallas, who doesn't look well. Last game, Dallas played a close game against the Spurs where Wembanyama had a god awful game. I think what he was
Yeah.
shooting by 25% from the floor. Still, it was a close game. So also don't think the spread of 15 points is reasonable. That makes no sense if Lauri is playing. So yeah, I just think we could see a good minutes for both of our guys.
All right, so there we go for the two picks for today. Bogdanovich over on points, and then the Doncic and Markkanen SGP. Hopefully, a 2-0 day for us, following up yesterday's 1-1 day. So the winning run on the show ends at 7 straight winning days. But overall, it's not necessarily. I mean, it's a very slight losing day, minus zero point 0.1 units, but nonetheless, 1-1 day overall. We do get a win on the hook counter, so a bit of luck comes back our way there. I think 3 straight hooks have been winners, moving the hook counter to 8 and 13 on the season. But nonetheless, we would prefer the winning days, of course. But for this one, Tyrese Maxey and Bradley Beal, just I think honestly, this is probably the most uh, the worst we've ever had a bet perform on the show because. Not to be disrespectful here, but Bradley Beal goes 1 of 6 for 3 points. We needed 15. Tyrese Maxey goes 3 of 13 for 6 points. We needed 25. Yeah, obviously, this is variance when it comes to sports. That's kind of crazy how off that ended up being there. We'll hear Pips and his assessment on the way they played in just a moment here. But the winner was on Shea on assists, which he covers with ease, and Jalen Williams on points, which he covers by half. He gets 18 points exactly, and we get the hook win there, which we will gladly take. But yeah, Pips, the Tyrese Maxey, Bradley Beal play, what happened in this game for these two high-level players to perform so poorly?
Yeah, the Tyrese Maxey played like he was drunk. I have no other words to explain how poorly he played, how wasn't that aggressive, made some take some very idiotic shots, which led for them to be blown out. So yeah, that's one of the reasons. Bradley Beal was just missed first 3 shots, wide open looks, and then decided to stop shooting and start creating for others. He was driving and kicking, and they gave into a blowout, and everything worked, and they were feeding Grayson Allen, and Nick Nurse was a complete idiot. He was doubling off Bradley B and leaving Grayson Allen wide open, the best shooter probably in the best shooting season we ever seen in the NBA. He scored 9 threes in this game. Yeah, garbage game to watch. Honestly, like did make and nothing makes sense in this game. And honestly, if you are going to lose a bet, I prefer to lose it this way, not some hooks or getting close stuff. Loss is a loss, and if I'm going to lose, let's lose with our two players combined for 9 points.
All right. And on the win for the Thunder, you mentioned you wanted to speak briefly about the Jazz here. We do get the
Yeah,
win here.
also insane game. J Dub had 16 points like early in the second half, and they just decided we'll feed Chet Holmgren, we'll feed Chet Holmgren, and in 1 second we had J Dub at 16, Chet Holmgren at 13 points, and then 10 minutes later J Dub still at 16 points and Chet Holmgren at 31. They just decided, let's feed Chet. Let's feed Chet. It was a fun game. They were up double digits, and they were just going to Chet, and finally, J Dub is okay. He missed 4 shots in between, and finally makes one. It's a timeout. He stayed out
Yeah,
and never comes back.
I just saw that. So with 4 minutes, 9 seconds to go, he makes a pretty deep mid-range shot.
Yeah,
Jazz called timeout on the shot, and he checks out for the game. So wow.
yeah, and yeah. I mean, he had 4 shots earlier that he missed
Right.
that were better, and finally makes that one and goes out because it was a blowout. So yeah, we got lucky here. Weird scenario to get lucky because he had 16 early in the second. Will be a god awful loss if he didn't make that one, but thankfully J Dub Vagoon still running. He's awesome.
Yeah, I guess lucky in the sense of the hook, but he takes 14 shots. He misses both of his 3-point attempts. He had multiple efforts to get to 18 earlier in the game, so we'll take it. So we'll take that win for sure. 1-1 day. Hopefully we can change that up and get the winners for today. We have 2 plays, as I said, on the way. We are ready to wrap things up here and recap what we have for you guys. So first of all, we have in the Hawks and Suns game, Bogdanovic over 16.5 points, -117 at Caesars. Apparently that has moved. If it has, go play it for -120 on DraftKings or Bet365 instead. DraftKings, very widely available option, and should be in your arsenal if you have access to play there. Second play is in the Jazz and Mavericks game. It's a -110 SGP at BetMGM. Luka Doncic over 8.5 assists, and Larry Markkinen 18+ points and 4+ rebounds. Thanks you so much, everybody, for tuning in, hanging out with us today. We got one more show with me and Pips this week. That's coming tomorrow morning. We go live every weekday morning here, so subscribe to the channel, keep up to date with that content, and also drop a like if you enjoyed this one. I'll be live a little bit later on today with Kirk Evans to talk more about the NBA, so hopefully I'll see you there. But nonetheless, thanks so much again for watching. We'll see you again next time.